Hello everyone, this is Anthony from Pure Logic Trading. I'm just throwing together this quick video some of you had requested. We're in the process of putting together some more complete and professional videos, but just been really busy trying to get the tool set up and finished and good to go. So I'm just going to use in this video the image that I had sent out in the email, which you'll see all the text and everything that I had on there. And what I did in the email was I looked for on reversal bars, I just looked for areas where the bid to ask ratio, which as I hover over this, I'll hover over this one over here, is this little, let me zoom in a little bit. If you hover over a bar, on the bottom and the top you have these little arrows. Excuse me. The bottom left arrow that points to the left, you click on that and it will give you the bid to ask ratio. Okay? Or excuse me, the up to down ratio of the bar. You see this bar is heavily weighted on the downside. If I push over to the right on the other one, it will give you a histogram of the activity of the bar. Okay, and what this shows you is that there is most activity here at this cyan price, and then the upper price, the higher price, which if I pull up my tool over here, we'll be able to see, 102.03, has the least amount of activity of the bar, and then you have more activity down towards the bottom. Okay. If you press this arrow again, once you press it once, you get 2 arrows. You press it again, it pushes out this meter all the way to the right, the histogram all the way to the right. You press it again. Now this just gives you the point of control, the value area high, and the value area low, which are typical volume profile values. In this case, the value area high is the same as the point of control. So you only see 2 lines. And you press it again, they disappear. Now, right now I have the indicator in a mode that keeps all of the bars looking the same as they would without it. The indicator is very versatile in that you have the option to, on the fly, change how it looks. So I'm going to hold down, I believe it's Control Space, Control Shift Space to turn it on. Okay. So now, right now, the way that it's set up, it's giving you the profile on each bar, and if you notice, it's in a mode that it gives you the up to down ticks split at each price. So what this means is, let me make it a little bigger, make it easier to see. You can see on this bar, you have more green than red at this price. That means that there were more ticks coming up to and staying in versus going down to and staying down. More ticks, and it's volume weighted, so volume plays a part in that. That's one of the options, and you can go ahead just like I was showing you before, and you could push them out and all those other good settings. If you hold Control and hit space again, it changes to the entire bar up tick versus down tick. Okay, and that gives you the ratio of the two. The bar is just filled in red and green based on that ratio. So here you see you're heavily weighted to the down, heavily weighted to the down, down, down. These bars here, if you want exact numbers, excuse me, you have 51.48. Same here, it's probably pretty close to that. Yeah, 54. So these are still pushing down more. Okay, and then here you'll see you start going up and up and up, and the ratio starts going more to the upside. Pretty good stuff, pretty basic stuff. Now the next option, if you hold down Control and hit space again, now this just gives you the intensity, so to speak. The darker, or excuse me, the brighter the cell, the more trades took place at that cell. So you see here you had this wick all the way up here, and you have a high intensity a high intensity here showing that a lot of trades took place at this price in comparison to the entire bar. And you can see that real easy by pushing out this guy to the right here, the histogram, and there's a lot of your trades. And it shows that this is a high area, an area of a high probability of resistance point. Price comes up here, it really doesn't break through it, and it goes back down. Okay, press it again, it gives you a better view of everything. It pushes it out to the right side of the chart, so you can kind of bring it along to the future bars, future price action. All right, and if you press it one more time, you get just the value area high and low. The point of control is at the same spot. Okay, now just to add a little more to what I just said here, if you do Control Space again, you still have that exact pressure, the color of the activities being higher, brighter for more activity at a bar or at a price, but now it gives you the up to down at that price too. And you see at this price, you're basically split right in the middle. So there's a lot of indecision here. It's a wash, basically. Another indicator of potential resistance, a strong resistance point. Okay. Now, one of the other features that we had thought of was the ability to, some people may not want to see these bars like this. It's a little busy sometimes. It depends on the size of the bar you're looking at. Depends on the size of the bins, which is just the size of each block here. Okay, so if you hold Control Shift in space, and this is all in the manual, it turns off that, but it still gives you the ability to go ahead and pin information on the chart. Okay, so if you have an area that you want to do some analysis on, and you want to keep the data that you find interesting up on the chart, but still have the bars look normal, okay? If you do Control-Alt-Space, I could pull up my analysis, okay? And I personally like, it's a little easier on the eyes, just this one. And this is what I did in the video. Excuse me, not the video, it's all shifted. This is what I did in the image that I sent. Simply, I kicked out this guy. I said this was an area, this was a region where you have a heavy ratio imbalance, right? 56 to 43. Same here. Let's do the same thing here. Heavy ratio imbalance. Yeah, 84 to 15 on a reversal bar. Okay, so I'll kick that out. And up here I had one as well, but this is not really a heavy imbalance, so I don't think this bar is as an important reversal bar. And as you can see, the price really doesn't come up here and do much. Okay. Here, I call these large wick bars where the price almost moved enough to reverse. I call them areas of interest, so I'm also going to kick out the point of control lines, value area high and low. And now what you see with this is same thing here. This probably has a, yep, 57. Okay, I'm going to do the exact same thing there. This is how I made the image that I sent you in that email. All right, and I will just get rid of all these little circles here because they make the chart kind of busy. And what you see is, you see the price, especially here. Again, this looks really busy, which is a good reason to do the Control Shift Space. And it makes it look, the bars go back to normal. So after you do your analysis and you set up your lines here, you get these other, you could just turn that off and make the bars look a little cleaner, easier to look at. And you can leave this information up, or you can take it back by just clicking on these little arrows here. That's the beauty of this. You have the ability to analyze each bar independently without doing it to every bar on the chart, keeping it looking cleaner. The ones that you do have some analysis on, like the value area lines, they will stay however you kept them. And now what you can also do is, if you want to change the specific analysis bars and nothing else, you just do your Control Shift, and if you see, they're toggling. They're toggling between different potential analysis methods that we have. That's just a quick and dirty what I do with this and how I found it to be useful and what I found to be interesting about the data behind the price. There are a lot of inputs. You can specify a lot of different things here for how you want things to be defaulted, if you want the outline to even show a width, if you want it to be larger, thinner, whatever. There's a lot of options here. So that's it. I'm coming up on 9 minutes in this video. Again, I just want to throw it together real quick for you guys to get an idea of how you can interact with everything on this chart. And have any questions, shoot them back to us. And we're going to have more videos with a more detailed understanding of what's going on behind the bar. I just really have to put it together, get it to the point where I think that it's suitable to send out to everybody. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.